tonight.
She is.
Okay, it says we're going live. It says we're going live. It says we're here.
Okay.
And Lola is huffing in the background.
See what happens when she doesn't get her walk?
She is adorable right now. She's just playing in her blankie. And now she's been seen.
Right.
And we've caught her
The
playing
look
in her
on her
blankie.
face was, yeah.
She's like, I do not want to be perceived right now.
No. I can cover back up with the blanket like I did earlier.
She does look a little
sheepish.
I don't know. That's a look of shock and awe. I would say her eyes are very wide.
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't know what's happening.
And she has this very serious look on her.
Very wide, round eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Kayla Lord.
John Brownstone.
Of Loving BDSM, where we help kinksters like you have happy, healthy power exchange relationships. We are here for our weekly live stream, the audio version of which goes out on all major podcast apps every Friday. We are here 8 minutes early. If you are here for the live stream and you do not like idle chit chat, you're going to be very disappointed later too, but you've got time to go get a snack, do something else. If you are here after the live stream but before I put in timestamps and you do not like idle chit chat, fast forward by at least 8 minutes, but I'm just saying you'll be very disappointed later on because it just continues.
Yeah.
Just continues. Yeah, she's still got that look on her face. If you're brand new here and you're like, who the hell is Lola? That would be our dog. Our dog off camera, who is in her cot, was just playing with her blankie, and now I think she just looks confused now.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what's going on. She's not getting her evening walk, and it is throwing off her whole routine. And really, when one thing changes about the routine I expect to follow in a day, it throws me off too. I don't handle it well. So I feel you, girl. I do. I feel you. I'm going to say hello to folks.
Say hello.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Claire. Hi, Andre. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Rara. Hi, Jen. It's too early for you, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I gotta wait till more folks roll up.
Yep. Yeah, this was a weird one where we recorded the Monday video so quick, not quickly like we rushed through it, but like it wasn't a 30-minute ramble.
No.
It was like a 17-minute ramble. That we were just sort of sitting here, and finally we're like, let's just go live. We don't know what to do with ourselves.
Right. Kitty, you're correct. She is the third person on the
Oh my
podcast.
God, and she made herself heard for the Monday audio podcast. Did. I don't know if she'll be heard in the video. I have to go back there when I edit, but we were doing the podcast intro, and she was wooing in the background.
She was very vocal about it, yes.
JB had to get up while I was doing the intro, like the part I read from the script, to get her settled so she would stop wooing.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm going to let you carry on for a moment.
Oh, I'm not carrying anything. I'm just here being a weirdo on the internet. What else is new? I know, exactly. I've been doing it since technically 2012. I've been a weirdo on the internet in different forms. He didn't just like wander off. He left the room, opened the door, closed the door. I think he's in I think I can hear him. Is he going to our bedroom? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I do not know. It's a rainy, cloudy, I don't know, maybe the rain stopped, but it's very cloudy and overcast here now. Might as well get the weather talk out of the way. We had a big old thunderstorm this afternoon. It was delightful. Other than the fact that I worried I would have to get off of my computer because the lightning was a little rough. I don't know what to do without him. It's why you don't see solo videos from me, because not a clue. Hi, Silent. I don't know. And are you back?
No.
You're back.
No.
You're back.
I'm a figment of your imagination.
I have a damn fine imagination then. So.
Scary.
Please, I told you about the bits and pieces of my weird dreams from last night. I didn't remember all of them, but there were two like very weird bits, and I was like, I don't know why I dreamed this. The first weird bit involved me touching bugs, and what the weird part to that to me on that is not that they were in my dream. It's that in my dream I willingly touched them and didn't freak out, because in real life, Kayla don't touch bugs. Because when she touches bugs, she freaks out. When she thinks a bug is going to touch her, she freaks out. Hi, Kim. So in my dream...
And who's she going to call? Me.
Right. Look, in the, couple of years I was, single between previous marriage and meeting you, I was the adult and had 2 small children, and I had to deal with bugs. It is Florida. There's no getting away from bugs. And I was a broke-ass bitch, so there was no getting... pest control out. So I came up with a plan, and it worked, and it's what I'm going to do. If there's ever a time in life, there better not be, Thelma and Louise over here, but if there's ever a time in life when you are not available to handle the bugs, I know what to do, because it's what I did before. You drown them in bug spray, literally, way too much. Probably could have hurt myself breathing in all those fumes. And then, once they're done twitching, you suck them up with a shop vac. The scary thing about that is eventually that shop vac has to be emptied. And the first time after I had developed this method for dealing with bugs in my house, because it's not like bugs because that place wasn't being taken care of. It was because it was an older place and was wooded, and it's Florida, and they're just everywhere. Yeah. The first
that sounds like where we're at now.
The first time after I started that the shop vac got emptied. It was emptied by the evil stepdad before I understood he was the evil stepdad. And all I heard from him across my house at the time was, "Holy shit!" Because there was dust and dirt and debris, yes, but also there were carcasses. Bugs. Just carcasses. So, just so you know, when and if, but never are you leaving me. But if that day were to hypothetically come, shop vac. Hey, Tayshu. Shop vac.
Speaking of which, I will need to do the bug spray inside soon.
You had said that. Yeah. That's fine.
Did the outside in the shed and the garage. Mm-hmm. Now I need to do everything inside.
Yes, because we're doing our own pest control now. And at first we're like, these sprays say that they last a certain amount of time. And we're like, yeah, but this is Florida. They do not last that long. Yeah. We were like, how will we know when it's time? And we both agreed it was when we saw Onyx hunting.
Yeah.
And she just parks by the front door now.
There's a spot on the front door where there's 2 or 3 inches of the weather stripping. Mm-hmm. And bugs tend to find their way in. Well, she has figured this out enough to know that if she camps there at night, something's going to come through and she's going to get it.
And weirdly, the way we know, there's one of those door stopper things on the wall, the kind that makes the twangy sound.
Yeah.
And we'll hear her bat at it multiple times. Yeah. We're like, I don't think she's playing. She's hunting. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Onyx.
So with that now I know it's time to do the spraying inside.
Yes.
Sorry, the heat has sucked all the words out of my...
You were working outside for a while today. Yeah, and it was very hot.
Yeah.
It is officially 7, so we will get started.
Okay.
As you can hopefully tell from the title, we're gonna return to something we haven't done in several weeks, but we do it periodically. Mm-hmm. We're gonna answer relationship questions. These have been labeled by Therapy Jeff himself as air quote cute and spicy, but I did manage to kink some of them up. So that's what we're doing today. If you enjoy this, we love a thumbs up. If you like it enough to want to come back for more, please consider subscribing
and ring that bell. Get updates and new content.
And also have Ring My Bell playing in your head now, like this is going on with me. If you really like this, like what we do, want to help us do more of it, and get access to our Discord server and extra content, like an extra live stream, extra video. No, we didn't do it for June, but we had a good reason. And stuff like that. You can join us on Patreon, patreon.com/KaylaLords, or the link is in the description box. It is always in the description box. You do not have to remember any of those links ever. I put them there. Okay. So, you're going to hit a button before I've pulled up my little bluey blue.
I wouldn't hit no button. I would get preparing to hit
I know,
a button.
and I wanted to be prepared for you to hit a button too. I'm now prepared.
Let's carry on there.
Okay, before we get into these questions, there are several announcements.
Okay.
It's one of those weeks. The first announcement, and anybody on our email newsletter list would have hopefully received at least this email on Wednesday, the day of recording, and that is there is still time to register for the free online Jumpstart Your BDSM Journey workshop hosted by Alessandra of Dom Sub Living. It starts July 22nd, runs through July 25th, completely free. No, we're not teaching in it. We're just helping to promote it because we trust Alessandra from Dom Sub Living to actually share good educational information. So the link is in the places. If you are on our email list, we keep sending out the link, trying not to be too overbearing about it, but people need reminders, and that's what we're trying to do. So there you go. Okay, second, we are sponsoring ourselves again because somebody told me I had to start being a business lady, and apparently that's what business people do. They tell you about the things they do. This week it's the Loving BDSM Etsy shop, which does have our workbooks. Currently we have 3. I'll be working on a 4th workbook to come out later this year over the next couple weeks. We have our digital planner worksheets to help with submissive training and organization, like if you do tasks as part of your submission, or you want to help your Dom remember stuff like that. But also the reason that we are sponsoring ourselves is I just added 11 new shirt designs.
Dang.
They're all the same kind of design, but they are focused on different parts of kink. And it is the Eat, Sleep, Fill in the Blank, Repeat design. It's been a trend for 100 years. But it's Eat, Sleep, Dominate, Repeat. Eat, Sleep, Submit, Repeat. So there's Dominate, Submit, Switch, Brat, Kneel, Shibari, Suspend, Bondage. I wrote these down. Spank, Flog, and Scene. And I'm completely open to doing custom requests too for words that I couldn't think of. But those are the ones I thought of.
There you go.
So,
Cool.
Yeah. And they're available in 10 colors, and size ranges extra small through 5XL. 4 and 5XL are not available in all 10 colors. That is not a choice of mine. That is the manufacturer's situation. But you can get all the way up to that size. That's available on our Etsy shop. Link in the places if you are interested. Thank you to us for sponsoring us. Okay. Third announcement. This Friday, July 19th, that's the day this episode goes live, podcast listeners, we are doing our monthly live stream starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It will run till about midnight Eastern. It's basically a virtual lunch. It's a hangout. We chit-chat. We will take questions and answer kinky questions or questions about ourselves or whatever. But that is Friday, July 19th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all there is. I think that's plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
More than a mouthful.
Well, it usually is. Apropos of nothing, let's get into these questions. Okay, so the questions are, once again, from Therapy Jeff. I like Therapy Jeff's style. I only ever see him through my Instagram reels when I'm scrolling. But I like his style enough that in a moment of I was feeling very optimistic about my attention span and the time I have, I subscribe to one of his podcasts. He's got a couple. This one's more therapy focused. He's got one on dating. I'm not interested in that, so I didn't do that one. But I like Therapy Jeff. I like, I like how he presents information. I like his philosophies as I have figured them out.
He's very, from what I've watched.
He has some hard things against camping, and I fucking love that. Camping's an abomination.
He's just he's very non-assuming and very nonchalant about the way he...
I feel like he is inclusive, or he's trying to be inclusive. I'm sure he's imperfect at it, as we all are, But yeah, I like him. Now, the link to the reel, I'm sure it was a TikTok too, but I watch reels, is in the places because we're not answering all of them. There's 10 questions. We're only going to answer 8. One question was so weird that JB went,
No. I was like, no.
I can't remember. I think I pulled one out, so it should be 8.
Okay.
But we all know I'm really bad with numbers. For all I know, it could be 73. I don't know. I just think it's 8. Now, these questions originally and by and large are about sex and sexual attraction. Kink and sex are not automatically intermingled for everybody. Hell, for people, we get turned on by our kinks, and for us, they're not always intermingled. So where I could, I tried to kink up the question in case you want to borrow these for conversations of your own later. But also just remember, just because might be talking about sex and, sexual arousal, that does not mean that all kink is inherently about sexual arousal for everybody.
Right.
Okay. I just like to put
Yeah,
those caveats out there. Okay.
Now they want to know what the weird question
If
was.
you click on the reel and go to one, you can listen.
Yeah.
But if you want to get to a faster, go read the caption.
And it's the last
there.
one,
Yeah. It was a little out there for me. I just went, we can't do this. Okay.
Well, even for me to go, what the fuck?
I know, that was the best part. Like if I thought I had an answer to that question, it would be here. Even if JB didn't want to answer it, I would answer. I don't have an answer for that question. Okay, so we're going to do this like we've done in the past. I'll ask it for you to answer, and then I'll answer it as if you were asking me. So the first one, describe the first time you really felt attracted to me / the first time you wanted to dominate me. And I'm fine if you want to pick the domination part instead of the attraction part.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw my tits on the internet before you ever saw my face. So.
True. When? Let's see. I would have to say it probably started to head in that direction for me. I would say probably about a month after.
So it would have been January something.
Yeah, it would have been sometime around in January.
What's going on then? What were we talking about? Had we gotten to 20 questions via text yet? Were we there yet? That was a thing we did when we were first getting to know one another. I'd be on my lunch break and I'd be texting him.
I don't remember.
What's your favorite kind of dessert?
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah. I don't remember.
So was it like a subtle little urge, or was it like a big urge? Like you were like, oh.
No, it was like a spark, an ember that was glowing, and then turned into a flame.
Yeah, podcast listeners, you cannot see him gesturing as if he is raising up Simba to the rest of the rest of the animals.
Oh my God.
The visualization in my brain was very strong. The ability to describe them verbally, not so much. Okay. Yeah. So the first time I felt very attracted to you / wanted to submit to you. I hate that I'm going to say this because it feels wrong.
Uh-oh.
But it also is probably kind of true. So I didn't want to submit to you when we were talking through our blog comments. Like I wasn't whatever.
Right.
But once we started emailing at the very end of December, it wasn't that I wanted to just like call you sir and kneel for you, whatever. It was sort of that ember thing because you were coming across very self-controlled, very, you were a very solid, stable human being. It's a very comforting thing to people like me when we feel very out of control and like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I was very much I don't know what the fuck I'm doing part of life. Mm-hmm. And you just, that was early, but it was like you had the feeling of it was an ember. It wasn't like I wasn't ready for anything. I was still nursing a broken heart.
You didn't jump out of the frying pan into the fire.
But,
is what you're trying to say.
We'd have to go back because yes, we do still have all of those emails from 2012.
Yep.
But you would just like be having a conversation with me and suggest that I do things, not in a big D way, just like I'm having a conversation with another human being way. Mm-hmm. And my, like that's what he suggested I do. I should go do that. Like it was, and yet there was no conscious thought of I am submitting to him. It was just I felt comfortable with you.
Okay.
And I didn't trust. We've talked about this for years. I didn't trust right away, but I felt comfortable enough, and you were calm and level-headed and just sort of stable seeming, and not like I didn't know about your life at that point, but in your temperament, you to me have always come across as a very and when I say soft-spoken, I don't mean shy or demure. I mean, like, you don't feel the need to raise your voice to get your point across. That quiet confidence, that has always come through our conversations, even in the blog comment thing, but it became a lot more personal and private once we were emailing. And so, yeah, that's when that happened.
Okay.
That's when that happened. Okay. What's a move I've made in sex or in a kink scene that you're really impressed by?
Wow.
It's okay if there's nothing, because I am a participant and I am following a lead. That's all I'm doing.
And that's kind of it, because you really don't.
Well, we've talked about this a million times, so I'm gonna throw it out there. What about the first time I was pure baby girl in a scene? Or the first time I called you daddy, which was during kinky sex.
That was during kinky sex. That was that was funny as hell.
Well, it was not fun. For the record, it was not funny at the time.
No.
He went supercharged in the dick down I was getting, okay? Like, it was like, we went from like a nice solid like highway speed to the cops are chasing us faster.
And didn't we end up on the floor?
I was on the floor by the time I was done. I was being driven off the side of the bed, blood rushing to my head because it was now upside down.
God, I couldn't do that if I wanted to
No,
anymore.
neither could I.
Oh my God.
There's a part of me that's like, man, if we really like focused on our fitness, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not passive, but I'm very much following your lead. Mm-hmm. It's very strange for me to just strike out on my own in the middle of anything. I mean, I've done little things, but I don't think they were, giving you a blowjob is not the most surprising thing I might do.
No.
Being the one to do it without being told or asked, maybe,
no.
But that's not like that big of a deal. What?
No.
You look like you were having a memory over there. It's okay if you don't want to share.
Go ahead. Carry
on. Moves you've made. I mean,
this is gonna be scary.
So you make moves during sex. You make moves during kink scenes. I'll say the one that really. I don't know if impressed is the right word. Like, I don't know. But the one of the times that really sticks with me for a kink scene was the first and so far only time you allowed somebody to co-top with you. And it was Impact. And it was so fucking sexy. But it was one of those things that we did not have an explicit negotiated conversation about it. It was very much a vibes thing, but we had been together long enough. And also, if I had been uncomfortable, I could have just said something immediately.
And that person was somebody that we knew for a long time.
And they were checking and going, are you okay with this? Yeah, we're good. But the fact that just sort of happened kind of organically was surprising in a very good way. Sex? I mean, it's always good. Even we're at a stage in life where it's very relaxed and very, very low key these days, because the stars have to align for both of us at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I'm always impressed that you never forget that you got two go-to moves during sex if you want to feel the clench on your own dick, and that is pull my hair real hard, or smack me in the face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, that's so good. See, I'll take both of those, and I don't even need the sex. Like, it's in context, okay? Context.
The hair pulling, yes, is definitely a go-to. And the face slap, oh man, that's like freaking icing on the cake.
Yeah, I can always tell when my body has involuntarily reacted because you gasp. I'm like, oh, okay, squeeze down a little tighter there. Okay, good to know. Was not conscious of it. Okay, this one I don't know if either of us will have an answer, but it's okay. What's a subtle move or thing I do outside of the bedroom that really turns you on? I will be shocked if you have an answer for this.
I wouldn't say that it turns me on.
Okay.
Okay. And a lot of the times it happens when at the end of the day when we're in bed and you start touching me in ways just to get a reaction.
It's so much fun. It's not sexual. It's not even kinky. It is. Are my fingertips cold enough that he will scream? Okay. Can I find the spot where he cannot contain the ticklish giggles anymore? Okay. Will I make him gasp and bite his lip? I will do that one too. Those involve balls. Okay, just saying, those are the balls. If anybody needs that tip.
But yeah, it's great because you start doing that because you want that reaction, and I put everything on lockdown, man.
No, I just try harder.
And you try harder, and that's the part that amuses me. The way you. I mean,
dog with a bone.
I give you an E for effort, man. You really go at it. Give it your all. But yeah, it's. I mean, it's not kinky. It's not.
No.
Exactly, but it's
something. It's an intimacy. Sure. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We're laying in bed. We're both exhausted. I'll get my nighttime zoomies. This is sometimes this is the build up to the zoomies. It's happening. So a subtle move or thing you do outside the bedroom that really turns me on. I cannot pinpoint an exact time, but every time it happens, it is when you go big D dom, when we're out, like when it's not in bedroom, in scene, like we're, at a restaurant and you're, quietly on the, like subtly give it me big D voice or the big D look and this, I know this is not a kink thing and people in all kinds of relationships do this, but if we're out and you've got your hand on my lower back guiding me, yes! Fucking love that shit. Especially if I've purposely tried to make myself like dress up and like look like I'm not in my Adam Sandler period, which I absolutely am. But yeah, which I have a brand new dress. We haven't had a reason to go out for me to wear it, and that's one of those. That would be one of those times where if you were being that way and doing that kind of stuff, oh God, just be melting all over the fucking place.
Okay then.
You look like you had a thought. Did you have a thought? Okay. Okay. So this is the silly one.
Okay.
And I'm going to preface my answer with I am not trying to kink shame anybody when I give my answer. And I'm assuming probably you too.
Yeah.
Would you rather that I, Kayla Lords, suck on your toes or your fingers?
Fingers.
Okay. Don't suck on nothing of mine, because I'm only sucking on one thing of yours, and it ain't toes and it ain't fingers.
Of the two fingers.
I mean, so I have absolutely sucked on your fingers. I should not act like I haven't. You've done that thing where like, oh, my favorite sex position is doggy, and you'll be behind me and your finger will get my mouth, or we'll be spooning and fucking, and you'll put your finger, or when I could kneel back in the day, put your finger in my, and I'm here for it. I'm here. We've done it with role play of you're talking dirty, like imagine, and I'm imagining. Love having a good imagination. So yes, I will. I'm not going to just walk up to you though and shove one of your fingers in my mouth. That's not happening. And no, your toes and my mouth will never meet. You can
That's quite all right.
lay that down. Also, right. I don't want anybody sucking on my toes. Oh, I just don't.
Oh, no, it's not your. Yeah, you don't.
It's not my jam.
You
Get
don't
away
want
from my
your.
feet.
You don't want your feet touched. Period.
Not really. No, unless I've paid you good money to give me a pedicure, then that's fine.
Yeah.
And my fingers, no. So my thing with fingers would be, it's not like an aversion. I don't like when my fingers are wet or sticky or just not how I think they're supposed to feel. I cannot be in the kitchen and cook anything, even the most basic thing, without running my fingers under the tap multiple times to get them clean. So somebody's sucking on my fingers, I'm going to be like, do you have a wet wipe? Where is your bathroom sink? I have to wash my hands. And it's not a germ thing. It's a sensory thing. I don't like it. Okay. I think I know the answer to part of this, but we're asking anyway. It's the whole point of the thing. If we could only do one sex position or one kink scene, or both, for the rest of our lives together, what would it be?
Okay. Going with sex.
Okay.
And it would be doggy.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you how I would get on a fitness regimen just for that to be better for both of us. Because both of us are like, these knees can't. These can't.
No.
Is there a kink scene? Or a kink activity?
I think in that regards, it would definitely have to be, it would involve a flogger and a St. Andrew's cross.
Oh, God.
Yep, see?
Oh, it's been so long. And I have to say, I don't have anything to add because if we fuck in a spooning position because it's better on your back. And probably your knees too at this point.
Yeah.
And we make it good and it works for us, but the absolute fucking best
I know.
is doggy.
Yep.
And yeah, if I flogger in a St. Andrew's cross as the scene. We have not done that in so long.
No.
And I miss that so much.
Been a long time.
Whew. Okay. I'm going to caveat this question that the second part of it doesn't have to be true.
Okay.
What's your favorite spicy memory of us that instantly turns you on, but it doesn't have to? What's your favorite spicy memory of us?
I would have to say that would be the first time we played in a dungeon.
Oh, God.
First time I took you to Phoenix Club.
Yeah, I was so scared. I was wide-eyed watching all those naked people.
And I was nervous too that night. And it was kind of funny because I kept telling you, "Oh, going to wait for the right moment for us to play, right moment." And then you're finally like, "Come on, let's do it."
Oh my! That's the day I learned I don't have a voyeuristic bone in my body.
Yeah. And we did. We ended up. We were upstairs.
Yes.
We were able to get the cross on the upstairs in the loft, and we played up there, and we had a really, really good time.
So, to answer, my favorite is the second time we went to the club, because the second time we were on the main floor.
Yes.
On the St. Andrew's cross, And we had people watching us specifically and then came up to us afterwards to comment on the energy.
Yeah.
And not only was it a good impact scene, because it totally was, but my exhibitionist heart grew 3 sizes that day. It was so delightful. And now on the rare occasion we have any form of public play, my brain will just pretend like there's people. We could be alone in a room. My brain will go, pretend people are watching, and my energy just shifts. Oh, it's so fucking good. Okay, this is the last one.
Wow.
Okay, and we could say teased in a sexual way or a kink way here, but what's your favorite way to be teased, and how long could I tease you before you just couldn't take it anymore? Would you even let me tease you? For more than 30 seconds, I mean.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Because part of the reason I don't think this question works for us is the whole dynamic is, I'll tease you for 30 seconds, but then you're taking control, and we're both like, hot damn, this is what we're here for.
Yeah, and that so
I guess the time limit is 30 seconds,
right?
So, do you have a favorite way that I tease?
I would have to say it would be a couple things looking at. When you nuzzle my neck, okay, all right, that's a very spot for me. And oh God, I had a brain fart now.
Oh no!
When you
scratch run my nails down your.
Yeah.
Is it any part of your body or just your back, or would it matter? I think I've done it to your legs before.
It doesn't matter, but the back definitely gets the biggest reaction.
Yeah. So every moment of our lives together, you're teasing me in some way.
In some ways, yes.
Some way. So where the question doesn't work for us is, I don't get a say in how long I am teased unless I safe word out. Right? Like, depending on his mood, if I beg for the teasing to stop, the sadist will just laugh at me and keep going, as long as I'm not giving all of the indicators that I'm serious and needs to stop. So there is no set amount of time. I have consensually given up control over that. The teasing. So it depends on the moment. If we're in a kink scene moment and it's not purposely sexual or even necessarily erotic, even though it's always kind of a little erotic for me, anytime you've just got bare hand on ass, not smacking, but because you do this and it's one of your things for an impact scene is you'll smack with whatever implement, and then your hand will touch my butt, rub my butt. I mean, I think I've made it clear over all these years how I feel about a butt rub. So, but I always know you're checking the temperature of my body, you're giving me a moment to breathe, and you're also waiting for me to relax, because you're like, okay, she'll relax, and then I can come in with something hard again.
Get your guard down.
Right, thank you. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't think to say. So, in scene,
excuse me,
that's not doesn't have sex in it. That is yes, please tease me with butt rubs. Sometimes it's also a little bit like a little reward for having endured whatever impact hell you just put me through. I'm like, oh look, okay. And I'll wiggle my ass for more. Sexually, it is anything when it's a pleasant feeling to have my clit touched. Lately, we've had to modify. We use lots more lube than we used to. Now, for penetration, we've been using lube. We've had to for years, but even for not penetrative touch, lube is required or it's painful, which a little bit sucks because I love when you will wake me up by just gently tapping the clit. I'm like, I'm fucking here for this shit. So I enjoy it when it's a gentle tease, though.
Yeah.
the sadist will sometimes try to go hard, and I've got to go yellow. This is not working for me.
Yeah.
But the gentle tease. How long until I'm crying, practically begging to get off, or to do the next thing or whatever. Lola agrees. She thankfully has never been in the room with us when it got kinky or sexy.
No.
I don't know if she would make eye contact with us after that. The cat has been there for a couple of moments. Onyx, the cat. Ella, not so much. But Onyx has looked at us from across the room. Like, what are you people doing? But yeah, like clitoral stimulation, gentle clitoral stimulation, sexually is my favorite tease. Butt rubs.
Yeah.
My favorite kink tease. And for how long? As long as you decide.
Till I say you've had enough.
Exactly. The thing that works is there are times, especially when we were playing more heavily and sex was a much more frequent thing for us at the a few years ago, it would feel like
Sorry.
I know who has your heart. And it's Lola the dog.
That had nothing to do with it. She's sitting with her.
I know. She's back to us, not looking at us,
not
but
looking at us.
I know.
Face in the shelving.
I know. I
and
saw
wooing.
her.
Yeah.
So as I was saying.
Okay. Anyway.
The thing that when we were doing more kink and sexual stuff, it would feel like the teasing was going on forever.
Yeah.
Like, can I even endure this? But the reason I would endure it as long as it felt like it was going is because you've never, like, I think early days we played with denial.
Yeah.
But we stopped at a certain point.
Yeah, that did not work well for you.
And so I always knew I was gonna get it. It was just a matter of when. So then I could endure the teasing because I knew the reward was coming. And so was I. So ultimately that's what mattered.
In due course.
Exactly. And those are all of our questions. Because I left one out because wasn't answering that. If anybody follows the link and looks at that question and you have an answer for it, great. Feel free to share. You'll know it when it's question 10, y'all. I just went, no, I can't. Lola is still a wooing.
Into the shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's giving total side eye right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I know you heard me over here. What are you going to do about it?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. Nope. Yeah, no, she doesn't. We're not giving her what she wants, so therefore, she is not going to give us what we want.
No.
So yeah, that's it for the cute and spicy questions. I'll give you a spoiler alert. I've already decided next week's episode we're doing a Reddit response episode. So yay for that. The brains needed a break. I was like, I need somebody to tell me what we're talking about and not the other way around. Silence said, I read question 10. I wish I hadn't.
See?
I told you.
See? We tried to warn y'all.
I know. Yeah. Just go look at that at your own peril. Yeah. And if you are part of the religious group that question comes from, I mean, I'm going to need you to, send me some info about that. Anyway.
Lola.
So we will
what are you doing?
Try to placate Lola as we go into a bonus section.
So, are we good?
I don't know. I'm not even going to try to know. Keep it kinky, y'all. And we'll see you next week. Dottie.
Yes, baby girl.
Can we talk to the crickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I can report that as of this coming Saturday, the 18-year-old becomes the 19-year-old.
Yep.
Have you reached out to the person we found on Facebook Marketplace?
No.
For the gift we want to get him?
No.
Okay. But you'll do that for me?
Okay.
Yeah.
we looked at and you were like,
I said, hey, I'm good with this price range. You'll take care of this for me. And you went, yep.
okay.
I walk a fine line in the relationship between trying to helpfully remind, but not nag. So I try to give it plenty of time, but we're on a deadline here because the child's birthday is Saturday. He wants a mini fridge. I was like, I'm not paying full price for a brand new mini fridge that is only going to hold this child's like energy drinks.
Yeah.
So we're on Facebook Marketplace. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Jess asked, where do I read question 10? If you follow the link to where we got the questions from, it's an Instagram link. You can go read question 10 and have your own thoughts about it. For anybody who didn't catch that at the beginning. What else? We're for the kinkery.com.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be releasing the resin daggers later this week. I am like nose to grindstone this week trying to get it all
You have been
together. But
you've been going at it hot and heavy.
I've had to put other stuff aside to try to work on it, and I've spent 5 hours yesterday working on it. That yesterday being Tuesday. I spent 4.5 hours today. I'm hoping I just need a couple more hours tomorrow, and then it'll all be done. Because I had to take the pictures. I had to finish the products, make sure they look good. Then I had to organize them so I knew what the hell I had. Then I had to take pictures of them. Then I had to edit those pictures. Then I had to start creating the listings on the Kinkery, thekinkery.com. If you are on the Kinkery's email list, you will know about the resin daggers being available before anybody else. I wish y'all could see JB walking around here muttering to his dog with his hands on his hips. So...
You didn't see the look she was giving.
Oh, she's got definite attitude. She is pissed that she's not getting her walk.
Yeah, she is.
Is it still raining out there? Or did it finally at least stop raining? We have one window that we have covered with a thing, so it always looks dark out that window. But
it is not raining at the moment.
Andre asked if our candles are still selling well. They are, but I have not been able to restock them. That's what I desperately need to do. I'm hoping when I do a restock, I can add the last few colors, and then we have the whole rainbow situation. So yeah,
everybody's going to
in live chat. Yeah,
they're in the live chat. They're going to look at the question and then wishing they hadn't.
I liked how Therapy Jeff asked the question, like to hear him ask it and watch his facial expression or like hear his tone. It is a little less jarring than just reading it, but the quickest way is just to read it. So,
right.
You know. Yeah. But yeah, so that's been the focus for me this week.
Yeah.
I had kind of a like, oh, maybe I'll have it all done by Wednesday. No, not if you wanted to have a podcast this week.
Yeah.
I had to stop at a certain point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm hoping the plan is I'm definitely finishing it tomorrow. But is it I'll finish it by like 2 or 3 in the afternoon versus I'm still working on it at 10 o'clock tomorrow night? I don't know. We shall see. But yeah. And then what else has been going on?
Let's see. What else has been going on? Lola is doing pretty good.
Yeah, she goes to the vet next week.
She goes back to the vet next week. She's been doing her whole deal with the medication she's on. We are monitoring her food with a fine freaking tooth comb right now. And hopefully we see some change next week on the scale. I have been walking her.
And she's very pouty because she's not getting her walk right now.
She's not getting her walk right now. And you know, she since started back with walking her, she's been rather fond of it.
Oh yeah. She's not taking it for granted.
No. You know, even with the heat we've been having, but I've been doing my best to go towards the very end of the day, you know, when the sun is almost down, so you know, pavement's not too hot in some of the walking, and you know, considering her weight at this point, she has been good. I let her walk till she feels it's time to turn around, which has been pretty good. Pretty good with her. So, you know, she's been, as you could hear, she's getting back to herself.
And she knows she's being talked about, y'all. What you cannot see is she has literally one ear straight up and cocked to the side, like, I know you're talking about me back there. Right. She's waiting for us to say the W-A-L-K word. Right. Let me tell you about JB and the love he has for his dog. A few days ago, I don't remember exactly when, but it's recent. He says, I'm not walking her tonight. I need a night off. I'm exhausted. Yeah. It's hot as fuck out there. I'm not doing it. And I went, okay.
She knew.
And he's like, no, really. I'm like, look, we know who has who wrapped around their little pinky paw in this relationship, and we know it's not you. Okay. I said, she's got you wrapped. She's gonna woo, and you're gonna walk. And he went, no, I'm not. I'm staying firm with it. I am not. I need a day off. She'll be fine without one day. I went, okay. And then it started in the kitchen. I think while making dinner or cleaning up from dinner, she would sit there, not move, and just make big old literal puppy dog eyes at him. And he's walking by, and he's looking at her, and he's looking at me, he's walking by. And then she moved technically into the living room, but by the front door, and she laid there, and she looked at him every time he walked by, and he's looking at me. And finally he goes, fine, I'm taking her for a walk. I was like, I believe I called it. I believe I knew how this was gonna end. So.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's been that. But you know, she's been doing well. Just need to, you know, hopefully see now this coming week whether her weight is starting to drop. And you know, been working shop. The heat has been just absolutely wonderful.
Well, we finally sat down and had a conversation to help keep your morale and spirits and energy up, partly because of the heat, partly because of other stuff. This is the first summer we kind of have the luxury that JB does not have to be in the shop 5 days a week. We're caught up enough that he can take extra time off. So we had this conversation. I was like, why don't you take long weekends? And, you know, I'll let you know when deadlines are coming up, when there will be things I have to have at certain points, but we can maneuver all of this. And he was like, maybe I will. And then he did. I was very proud of him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I work today. I'll work tomorrow. And then
you take Friday off? Good for you.
I may do yard work on Friday. I know.
He keeps doing solo yard work.
Yeah. So I may do yard work on Friday, so I'm going to have to do it over the actual weekend, especially when the oldest is home.
Yeah. Oh, that was cute. So the oldest's birthday is Saturday, and I'd asked him, you know, we'd thrown out ideas for him, like, how what do you want to do? Do you want to come home for the weekend? Do you want us to come there? We'll just take you out to dinner. Like, we can keep it low key. We can do whatever you want. He calls me yesterday, Tuesday, and he goes, okay, I still don't quite know exactly what I want for my birthday, but here's what I'm sure of. It's like, I want to sleep in my bed. And by my bed, I mean the full-size bed in my apartment at the temperature I like to sleep at, and not the twin one at your house. And I was like, fair. He's like, but I'd also like to get a haircut at home, meaning here, that I can drive myself to in a car. He was like, and I don't know how to get both of those. I was like, oh, I got you. Pick you up in the morning on Saturday, come home, spend the day, take you back to your apartment Saturday evening. He went, okay. And I get it. His motorcycle is not like a motorcycle. The thing is not topping 45 miles per hour.
It's a little commuter bike.
Right. And so
it's a step above a scooter.
Exactly. And so if it's raining, if it's overly hot, sometimes he's like, I just wish I was driving a car. And I'm like, you're not taking my car to College Town with, for just any old reason, but you can come home and drive my car all over town. I don't care. So he's like, but also could you pay for my haircut? It's like, happy birthday to you. Yes.
We just paid half his rent this month. What the hell?
I know. So, yeah. But yeah. And it's July, so it's July birthdays left, right, and center. Last week was your birthday. This week is his birthday. Not next week, but the following week is my aunt's birthday. And then we get a break. Youngest's birthday in September, but then we start all over with the shenanigans in October when everybody has a birthday. Yeah. And 2 wedding anniversaries in October. So we know how to, live large. So... But yeah, so that's, and also we have to be careful. We don't want to talk about too damn much because we got the live stream Friday night.
That's true.
Like, I want to talk about what we've been watching on TV, but that is a Friday night conversation.
Night thing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, will there be adult beverages? Maybe not. I have to drive to Gainesville the next morning.
Yeah,
and I don't want to. I don't get hungover. I don't drink enough to get hungover, but I can't even have a gummy without waking up a little groggy the next day. I am the ultimate fucking lightweight these days, so I don't know. Okay. But yeah, so we have to hold some back for you.
That's right, Friday
night.
Yeah. Okay.
It will probably be a pajama party. I'm pretty sure I will not be wearing a bra. I certainly will not be wearing makeup. Okay. And it will be PJs that I'm wearing. If you're wandering away as I'm finishing up, though.
Are we going to finish?
Yeah, I was closing it down.
Okay. Then
JP's running away from the microphone.
Sorry, but sometimes.
I know.
Okay.
I know. So, all that being said, now that I got him back to the microphone.
Okay.
Hopefully we will see everybody on Friday.
Yes.
And thank you for sticking with us to the bitter end. And
indeed,
if the questions were anything, we hope they were entertaining. And we will see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.